The L4D lower limb CPM is a lightweight device with a wide range of motion and is adjustable for both adult and pediatric patients. Its unique drive system allows for quiet operation and maximum patient comfort. The L4D comes with a soft goods kit, patient controller, controller cable, power supply, patient memory key, and directions for use. Begin setup by attaching a new set of soft goods. Attach the gluteal pad to the gluteal bar. Fasten the thigh support pad to the attachment rings. Slide the calf pad over the calf support plate and secure. And slide the foot support pad over the foot plate. Next, plug the power supply into the power connection port on either side of the CPM device and then into a grounded wall receptacle. Connect the controller cable to the same side of the L4D as the power supply and then connect it to the motion controller. Note that the green lights come on when there is power to the unit. We're now ready for patient setup. First, run the unit into full extension by pressing the manual forward button, then release all locking levers. Now, place the patient's leg in the unit so that the gluteal bar is located in the patient's gluteal crease. Adjust the thigh rest so the middle of the knee aligns with the alignment indicator. Secure the thigh locking levers. Now, adjust the calf length so that the patient's heel rests comfortably against the footplate. Secure calf locking levers. Secure the patient's foot and, if desired, deviate the footplate for patient comfort. To turn the digital motion controller on, press the power on-off button on the top of the controller. The green power indicator light on the keypad will be illuminated and the screen will display the L4D CPM initialization screen. After a few seconds, the controller will display the stopped screen. A square-ended direction arrow will indicate that the unit is stopped, and the settings will be the same as for the previous treatment session, unless a patient memory key is used. Before changing any of the settings, the L4D must be in set mode. To enter set mode, the L4D must be stopped. Then, the set button must be pressed. The amber set light will illuminate to indicate that the controller is in set mode and that the settings may be changed. The knee range of motion, ROM, may be set from -10 degrees extension to 135 degrees flexion. To set the extension limit, press the extension button. To set the flexion limit, press the flexion button. The selected limit on the controller's display will flash, indicating which limit may be changed. Use the increase or decrease buttons to change the limit. Pressing and holding the increase or decrease buttons will cause the limit to change more rapidly. When the extension limit has been set, the flexion limit may be selected by pressing the corresponding button and adjusted using the increase and decrease buttons. To set the speed, press the speed button. Use the increase or decrease buttons to change the speed. The speed is adjustable in 10 increments from 30 to 210 degrees per minute. The force controls the amount of resistance required to cause the L4D to reverse direction. This feature is known as reverse on load, or ROL for short. Resistance may come from the stiffness, weight of the patient's leg, or the CPM unit encountering an obstruction. Generally, it is best to use the lowest force setting that will move the patient's leg through the set range of motion. To set the force, press the force button. Use the increase or decrease buttons to change the force. The force is adjustable in 5 increments from 1, least amount of force, to 5, greatest amount of force. The pause time is the length of time the L4D will stop when it reaches the set extension and/or flexion limit. When the unit is pausing, it will show a pause countdown on the controller display. To set the pause, press the pause button. Use the increase or decrease buttons to adjust the pause time. The pause is adjustable from 0 to 30 seconds. When the warm-up feature is selected, the L4D will begin at 50% of its set range of motion and then gradually increase to the full range of motion over 10 cycles. During this time, the warm-up symbol will appear on the controller display opposite to the direction arrow until the full range of motion has been reached. To set the warm-up, press the menu button followed by the extension button to agree to warm-up mode, or the flexion button to deselect this feature. Then press the menu button to proceed to the timer function. The timer allows the user to preset a treatment session time. When the timer is selected, the timer symbol will appear on the controller display opposite to the direction arrow. Users may view the time remaining by pressing the increase or decrease buttons. Once the treatment time is expired, the unit will stop at mid-range and display the timer symbol. The L4D's controller will then have to be powered off, then on, before the unit can be reactivated. To set the timer, press the menu button and go through the warm-up selection screen. Use the extension button to select timer mode or the flexion button to deselect this feature. Then press the menu button to proceed to the hours cycles display. If the timer mode has been selected, use the increase or decrease buttons to set the treatment session time. The session time may be set in 10-minute increments up to 480 minutes. When all of the settings have been made, press the Set button to exit from controller programming mode. The set light will be extinguished. To begin treatment, press the Start-Stop button. Press the Start-Stop button again to stop the L4D at any time. When the Start-Stop button is pressed again to restart the L4D, the device will begin moving opposite to the last direction of travel. When the unit is running, the direction arrow will indicate towards which limit the unit is traveling. To reset the hours and cycles, press the speed, force, and increase buttons at the same time. To prevent patients from making programming changes, the settings may be locked. When the settings are locked, any attempt to make changes will be ineffective and cause the lock symbol to be displayed. To lock the settings, press the pause, increase, and decrease buttons at the same time from the stopped screen. Pressing the three buttons again will unlock the settings. To save existing settings to the patient memory key, turn the controller on without the patient memory key installed and insert the key. Press the Set button twice to enter and exit Set mode. Upon exiting from the Set mode, the controller will automatically download the settings to the patient memory key. The key's light will flash 3 times to indicate that it is saving the settings. The existing settings will now be saved to both the key and the controller's internal memory. To use a program that has already been saved to a patient memory key, install the key before turning the controller's power on. When the controller is powered on, the settings will be taken from the key and loaded into the controller's internal memory. For increased stability on some beds, there is a mattress clamp, hospital bed clamp, and mattress straps. Also available is a handy L4D transporter for easy storage and transport of the unit. To package up the L4D device, set the thigh rails to E and the calf rails halfway between G and H. Using the controller, run the machine to -10 and press Stop. Turn the controller off, then back on. Manually press the blue extension button on the side control panel to bring the device down until the white motor cover with the Velcro tabs under the drive unit firmly touch the main tracks. Use a zip tie, 15 inches or longer, around each calf slider C-rail and main track to secure the main drive unit and prevent movement during transport. The L4KD is similar to the L4D, however it travels on wheels instead of rails. The L4KD also uses a different set of soft goods. To open the L4KD from a fully closed position, press the manual extension button to run the device into full extension. Once fully extended, pull the white release knob to properly position the footplate. Begin setup with a new set of soft goods. First, attach the gluteal pad to the gluteal plate. Fasten the thigh support pad to the attachment ring. Attach the calf pad to the calf support. Also, slide the foot boot over the footplate. As with the L4D, plug the power supply into either side of the unit and into a grounded receptacle. Then plug the controller cable into the same side as the power supply. Next, plug the controller cable into the controller unit. We're now ready for the patient setup. Please refer to the Direction for Use manual for complete operating instructions and device specifications, or call your local OrthoAgility representative with any questions.